Spring has sprung in D.C. The cherry blossoms are out and doing their thing. However, we gotta deal with the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm not sure how much renewal these ladies will be doing, but based on the first episode, there's a lot of ish that's being spread around. One wanna have a reading room at a bar. One claims she's getting divorced, but she's buying a house with her husband. One claims that she has been struck by a serious disease. Giselle has improved her wardrobe game. So let's get into it. Welcome to Clifford Lutz. Today I will be discussing The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 1. But before I get into it, please like, share, or subscribe. Click that notification button, and I am grateful for your support. The ladies are at the Tidal Basin in DC enjoying the cherry blossoms, and Karen is having something that looks like a picnic. She has food, and Giselle and her are setting it up, and they seem to be in a good place, unlike last year. Robin and Ashley turns up, and the ladies are talking to Ashley about her divorce. She claims that she will be moving out because they're purchasing a new home with their LLC, and none of that made sense. Michael's supposed to be a high wage earner, and if she wants to get support that is needed for her two young children, Dean and Dylan, she needs to hire a family law attorney that specializes in divorce with involving high wage earners. I'm not sure who is advising Ashley. At one point she claims that Michael is gonna write a proposal that either gives her a lump sum. She claims that her prenup is no longer viable, and there's a whole lot of nuances and stuff that she's saying that does not make any sense to me. So I would think that the first order of business, if she is serious about a divorce, is, as I said, getting a experienced family law attorney that specializes in divorce, and that's where she should start, rather than starting LLCs and signing proposals, rather than not having anyone who can go through the legalities of what that proposal contains and how she should be supported, as well as her two young children. It sounds like a lot of fugazi to me, but it is what it is. The ladies are confused as well, so there it is. If it doesn't sound right and it doesn't pass the sniff test, you better believe something's wrong. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Next, they went to the conversation about Mia and what she posted online about having a serious scare with cancer. And she indicated that she had lumps that her doctor discovered, and he referred her to Johns Hopkins Cancer Center, and that they were doing more tests that evidently was going on for months. Now, I'm not sure what Maya is talking about. Any doctor worth his salt, when you go to him and he sees something wrong, the first thing they recommend is a biopsy. You get a biopsy done. He refers you to an oncologist. You get a biopsy done, and they send the tissue to a pathologist. He reads that report, and in a couple of days send that back to the oncologist, who then contacts you and lets you know that, hey, false alarm, hey, we gotta do maybe another biopsy, or hey, you got some challenges ahead of you. So Mia talking about having to do tests for months, and then she indicates ever so slightly that she does not have cancer, and then she says that the cancer is spreading. That's a non-starter. If the results come back that you are benign, that means you don't have cancer, so nothing is spreading except your lies. Allegedly. So I just find it troubling that quite a few women on these reality shows are claiming to have some serious illnesses, or that their people have some serious illnesses, and it's just to gather support and sympathy. When it comes to our bodies, we need to be claiming good health, good well-being, and goodness to our body. We should be speaking that prayer to our bodies over and over again. And if you feel like something's wrong, something's off, you gotta go to the doctor and get yourself checked out. They deny themselves or just put it aside. Something serious is going on, and when they do pay attention, it's almost too late. So I advise people, I know for myself, I make sure I get myself checked out because it's very important to me to be in good health. So I don't know what your situation is, but I can only tell you that it's important for women to be diligent about their health. If something feels off, check it out, just for peace of mind. I find it disturbing that Mia is going in this direction, and she sometimes seems like she's a stranger to the truth. So I will be careful what she's putting out, particularly having this serious illness. And it's not fun and games. It's nothing to be casual about. Ain't nothing funny about this, in my estimation. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because people should be claiming good health for themselves and not pretending they have something that they don't. Candace and Chris evidently are harvesting eggs to be frozen so that they can have a family when they get time. Candace's career seems to be improving. She said she's going to re-release an album that nobody wanted to buy, and that she was the opening act for two well-known artists. So I'm happy for her, but she seems to want Chris to be at a house rather than him having a job. Her continuous mission to sort of stifle him is an indication that something may be amiss in their relationship. Robin meets with Charisse at a restaurant. She and Juan has not yet made it to the altar, and she doesn't seem too enthused, in my opinion. I'm not sure if she's into this. She doesn't look like she is. I see another man or another relationship on her horizon based on how she reacts to the question, when you're gonna get married. She wants Juan to sign a prenup agreement because she is now the breadwinner, and she doesn't think that he should have half of the money that she's getting now. Wait, what? Isn't Robin the one who admitted that she lost most of Juan's MBA money? Isn't she the reason why they're broke, allegedly? Now that she has some coins, she wants to tell him to sign a prenup? Is this how this chick is rolling? I don't see any man or woman gonna go with that foolishness that she has come up with, particularly when the man made a lot of money and she was the one who allegedly was responsible for them becoming broke. She out of line. She way out of pocket. So I don't know again if this is a storyline, but it sounds like a whole lot of foolishness because I don't see Juan agreeing with this nonsense at all. Unfortunately, to me, this says a whole lot about where she is mentally and what's going to happen with their future. And it don't look good. Maya having a little get together at a house that she's renting in Potomac for $10,000 a month. We see her talking to her mom about the situation with that issue that she's having. And I smell a lie. In fact, I smell several lies, what she is saying. The story doesn't make sense to me about tests taking months. I don't know any woman who has an issue, serious issue, and it takes months to have a test done. Wendy meets with Peter Thomas, aka the ex of Cynthia Bailey from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Peter is doing well for himself. He has quite a few sports bars around the country, and Wendy claimed that Peter heard about some sort of idea she had about having some sort of African restaurant within the bar, so she's meeting with him to discuss business. Wendy's proposal is this: because she's in education, she thinks that they should have a place for kids to come in and read, like a library in the lounge, and have it between, let's say, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and that would be a good idea. I called my husband and repeated what Wendy just said to Peter, and he told me, puff, puff, pass. Is Wendy proposing that kids come to a bar and have a reading session? Okay. At least I found out I wasn't hallucinating when I initially saw that scene. This just might be a good season because the foolishness and the fugazi of it all is just, it's rich. We're gonna need boots for this one. Ashley meets with her mom Sheila at Uncle Bump's house. She brings along her baby, sitting listening to Ashley's convoluted explanation why she's buying a house with Michael even though they're getting a divorce. And Uncle basically told us, stop with the foolishness. Go hire an attorney. As she broke it down, it sounded like Michael was getting ready to do the okie doke on her, and Uncle Bump was trying to feed her knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about the game, and how the divorce game could be brutal, and how she should arm herself with someone who has some kind of common sense, rather than go with what she got going on between both ears, because she is getting ready to be squeezed in a big way if she doesn't get a good attorney. So Karen sends out an invitation about having an event for spring. She chooses a great location and the decor was very nice. It was on point. Giselle and Karen were talking about Ashley's situation, and Giselle is saying that, something seems off. And when Ashley comes through, Giselle told her to her face she thinks she's lying to her. And this is when Ashley tells them that she is buying a house. She found a house. She put an offer in for a house, but she's still going to continue to buy it through the LLC that Michael has set up for them. Uh, I personally think that Ashley knows that something is coming with Michael, and that she is sort of like putting buffers up so she's at least protected and she doesn't look silly like she did for quite a few years now. I'm just reporting the ish before me. So Maya rolls through and Giselle does a sudden. Giselle probably did the same thing with Maya. She asked her if this is what cancer looks like. And Maya, because she has been exposed, nobody have time for that. She cussed Giselle out. So that's all I have. It looks like it's going to be a promising season. I've always liked Potomac, so here we go. Buckle up. The issue's real. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please send me your comments. And please, my sisters, my friends, get yourself checked out annually. And if you don't feel well and you feel like something's off, go check it out. Love is loving yourself enough to make sure that you are in a healthy state. That's good mental health 101. It all starts with you. So take the time to love yourself enough to go get checked out. Blessings. We shall see each other next week. Have a good one. God bless you. Bye-bye.